Mary, you had your work cut out for you in season 3 of the show with the headspace that Sam finds herself in. So how do you go about preparing for something like that, just to fully understand what she's feeling and struggling with?
I think, the thing that I was most, excited about, I guess, again, that's I feel weird applying, words like fun and excited and ready for it, but, I was, as an actor, excited about, getting to dive into that, was, at first I was oh, this is totally, something I have to go find and figure out, and obviously I've never been in a giant karate brawl, so, I'm gonna have to completely invent what this feels like. And then the more I kind of started getting into season 3, I was oh, maybe this isn't so far apart from parts of me. And then it became a lot more challenging because it was figuring out how to integrate the not so great moments of my life, or the moments where I've really struggled, and then trying to bring that in to Samantha. It was kind of hard at first. It was something I didn't feel I could take on entirely. I was nervous about it, where I was I've gotten to have Samantha be this separate bubble from my life, and be oh yes, go into the world where her biggest issue is, her lovely little love triangle in amongst kicking and punching, and that's so fun. And then getting to kind of bring in all the heavier, darker stuff was challenging, and it started to feel really close to home at moments, and a lot of things that Samantha struggled with in my own way are things that I've struggled with, and at first, like I said, that was intimidating, and then it became really cathartic and very helpful and really interesting to get to apply myself to and to approach. I love the season 3 episode 5 episode where it's just how do you deal with having panic attacks, or feeling that might be coming on. Samantha's answer is go fight people, and then that doesn't go quite right, and so then there's the recovery journey from that, and then the moments with Daniel on the boat and their whole field trip day were just so cool and special, and it felt the whole season for me felt challenging, but in such a great way that when I got done with the season, I was tired in a different way that I hadn't been for the other 2 seasons. In the past, I was physically tired. I was whoa, that was a lot of karate. And then this season, it was I finished and I was oh my gosh, I could just go live on a beach somewhere for a month and recover from this. But it was really cool. It was very special, and I hope that and I have had a really cool experience of people reaching out to me and saying that they connected with Samantha in new and different ways. And Samantha kind of, I think, got passed down the LaRusso title of being the real villain and the real bully, and that's totally fine. I think that's fun if you want to say that. Now, I as Ralph said that his younger self might have done, would be you're completely crazy. That's not the fact at all. But it was fun, definitely, to get to show this other side of Samantha, the version of Samantha that I've known all along, where she might be making decisions that people don't agree with, but she's got a really good heart. I hope that comes through, that I believe she's just trying her best and doesn't always have the whole broad scope of information. And season 3 was, I think, her realizing that maybe I don't know as much as I think I did.
Pivoting now to the karate of it all, I'll never forget at the beginning of the show's run, you explaining that athletics were not really your thing. And since then, you've had so many great fight set pieces. So of all of the fight sequences that you've done thus far, which one would make season 1 Mary go, oh my, I cannot believe I did that?
There are some things that we've shot this season that would definitely go on that list. But for now, I will say the season 2 finale. There's nothing that can really top that energy when it was just such chaos. And the really fun thing was the guys had all of our background actors be allowed to scream and yell while we were fighting. A lot of times, because you don't want to cover up dialogue, we didn't get to do that. For several takes, we got to do that. And the energy was insane, and it really felt like coming away from just like I had been up in a ring at a fight, and coming away from all that cheering and craziness and the kill her, get her, the crazy things these people were saying. It was really awesome. That was something that season 1 me wouldn't have believed, and most definitely high school me would have looked at and been you're absolutely crazy, that was CGI.